Mirage has long been one of the best weapon platform Warframes due to just how insanely strong her buffs are, and with the new Arcane Circumvent, she now has an easy way to do the one thing that people always needed to build around, being her general lack of survivability. Mirage's biggest strength is the combination of her first ability, Hall of Mirrors, with her third ability, Eclipse, for some really impressive weapon damage output. Hall of Mirrors will create 4 doppelgangers of herself that will do the same weapon actions as you, albeit at reduced output that does scale with ability strength, and its augment Hall of Malevolence will further increase her doppelganger's damage. The doppelgangers will also distract enemies, causing them to target the doppelgangers, but in my experience it's not that great of a tech to rely on for survivability, but it does help out a bit. When Hall of Mirrors is combined with her third ability, Eclipse, which will drastically increase her weapon damage, and with its augment Total Eclipse giving it a small AoE, that buff will then also apply to her doppelgangers as well for even further damage. Eclipse can be used in one of 2 ways. Solar Eclipse will give that weapon damage buff that we talked about, and Lunar Eclipse gives a damage reduction buff. But with this build, you definitely want to be using Solar, as Arcane Circumvent's armor, shield, and overguard stealing on roll function will be solving our damage mitigation problems. Now the nice thing is that her passive plays very well into Circumvent, as the extra 50% acrobatic maneuver speed will translate into a bit further roll distance, allowing Mirage to roll through more enemies and thus gain more of those defenses for herself and remove more enemies' defenses. I've gone with Arcane Ice Storm on my build for more strength and duration, as that's very much what a classic Mirage build is looking for. And it's being activated by Melee Kareen, which also works off of rolls, essentially giving us 3 functions out of a single button press: defense removal of enemies, defense generation for you, as well as freezing nearby enemies for crowd control and additional critical damage from that status effect. I've made my Mirage to be more melee focused with Kulivo's Wrathful Advance, but this build works amazingly as a gun platform as well by swapping out the helmet to something more ranged focus. If you need more information on Arcane Circumvent, I've linked a short going over that in the description for you, and we'll be chatting about Melee Kareen tomorrow, the Okino build will be out in a few days, and as always, Mirage's build is at the end. Sub for more tips, and swing by my stream if you need any help.